Okay. Now the context of that melody is what we are coming to next, which is the most popular word, raga.
Yeah, can you illustrate, put it in context, these three Madhya shapes?
What context? No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I will come to that. Yeah.
When I hear this, right? So I try to understand it in different perspectives. So let's say a classical person, for some reason he slips or makes a mistake and recovers. It might sound like Kamaka to a person sitting in the audience.
You know what? You're really making my occupation a serious problem. I'm not even going to entertain that question because all the tricks will be out of the bag. But honest truth, it is possible, but not for me. Ramdas is very happy with the question, but anyway. But I can tell you that there is you can perceive it. Sometimes perceivable. It's a conditioned perception. I agree. Especially with Kampita. Especially with Kamaka like ma, then it's what's a big deal? I mean, honestly, what's a big deal? Right? Beyond the fact that it has value. It is possible that you can get away with some of this stuff. Yes, it is possible. But not all of them. I mean, some of them will be blatantly off.
But why do you say this is the reason why others don't appreciate it?
Because this Gamakam does not touch a lot of pure tones. Does not touch, now when I say pure tones, it is actual swara positions. Let's make it more simpler to understand. I mean actual swaras. Re, you have, I didn't go into all that purposely, different types of re, different types of ga. If you want to, I will, but I didn't want to go into that because that will take another long time to get through. See, basically, okay, let me put it short for people who may not know. Between an octave, sa to sa, if you consider, we all agree first of all that Indian classical music starts with the fundamental pitch as being fixed. Okay, so fundamental pitch is defined by us by the note sa. We define the sa, and then as soon as we define the sa, we know the octave, which is the down. Okay, between that we have placed re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Purely as, again, I'm only talking as positions. Though I'm going to say later it is not. You have variability in re, ga, ma, da, ni. When I say variability, you have two variable positions for re, two variable positions for ga, two variable positions for ma, two variable positions for da, two variable positions for mi. So how many notes do we have? Anybody quickly? Then forget about the repeated sa. 10 plus 2. What about parts? You have 12. Now, you have another small aspect here. I have a chalk. Yeah. Sorry. So basically you have 12 positions. I'm just going to call it positions for now, okay? Right? 12 positions. Now here there is a small trick that we play. So I am going to now write them as, for convenience sake, this is sa, re, and I'm going to call it 1. People who have learned Carnatic music would have seen this 100 times. All for convenience sake, I keep reiterating that. Re 2. Tell me if I'm wrong sometime, I'm very bad at this stuff. Ga 1, ga 2, correct? Ma 1, ma 2, pa, ga 1, ga 2, mi 1, mi 2. Okay, now these are the 12 positions. Okay. Huh? Good point. Okay, these are 12. Okay. Now what we've also done is we've said, we've played around a little bit with this nomenclature. So you said 12 swaras. Out of these 12 positions, we have created 16 names. Am I losing you here? Okay, 12 positions. But by giving certain positions 2 names, we have created 4 more positions. One more day? Where what we have done is this point here, we have also said can be There's something else also. No? You're missing one more.
Ga will go down. Ga.
Said you could have. I'm going to say call it 0. Okay. Then we have said what else? We've done the same thing over here. We said this could be ni 0. This will be da 3. Does it make sense? So basically this is the same position. This is the same position. This is the same position. And this is also the same position. So there are only 12 positions, but you're calling it 16 names. Okay? I just quickly go through this. So now, you knew that question comes. Why can't you do it between?
G2 and
No, okay, the history of why this was done, or why it has evolved to this point itself is a long history. Okay, it starts to, if I start there, that would be one whole day session. Okay, and why it was only done to ni and ga, and why it was only done to da and ni has historical reason and a certain tradition practices that were used at a different context were extrapolated and contextualized as music changed. Now, when they are contextualized, certain practices remain. Technically, you are right. Why can't you call this ba? You are absolutely right. Nobody can ever argue with it. But there is a context and a history behind why it only happened to these two and those two and not to the rest. Now, this, okay? But here I just let's say one more adding. Okay, I'll come to that later.
Does
So,
everyone agree? Are there people who say, no, this is like this is
no, everybody agrees about these positions. Everybody agrees these are the swara positions. This is what we call swara positions or swarasthanas. So what you were describing as frequencies will be far more applicable to the word swarasthana or swara position. Okay? So these are the swarasthanas that we have in Carnatic music. 12 swarasthanas with 16 names. Is that okay? Okay, so I backtracked and I'm coming back. So we've seen a gamaka, we talked we said it's not an ornamentation, but now I've also said that a frequency position is a swarasthana. Then the idea of the swara needs to be readdressed. Right? Okay? We'll address it. Any questions? Yeah.
Why doesn't sa and fa have any other forms? Like re has
See again. All these are very long stories. Very long stories. Again, very good question, which actually needs to be addressed, but these are very long stories. Okay, let's just say, for understanding reason, that the sa as a position is fixed because that is our fundamental pitch position. Okay? Now the fa and sa have actually a relationship, a harmonic relationship in the fifth. Okay? Just hear me, that's all. Okay? So therefore the sa and pa are defined in these positions and fixed. Because pa is related to sa, which is a fundamental pitch which defines your shruti, pa also being related to that is considered fixed. Is that okay? Okay. Therefore you cannot move either. But do they move is a different question. Okay. But that is the basic reason. Anybody have lost me there? Just tell me. Anybody lost me there?
What's the pitch?
The sa is a shruti. What we see called sa is the fundamental pitch. That is, Indian classical music, whether it's Hindustani or Carnatic or most other forms, have a certain pitch that is fixed on which every swara is placed. Now that pitch that is fixed, we give it the name sa. Okay? Now the moment we have said this is the fundamental pitch, we are fixing its position as being stationary. The moment you make this stationary, its related fifth also is considered stationary. There is a harmony, there is a fifth harmonic connection between sa and pa.